Downtown Minneapolis. What a great view. If you think the view's great from up here, just wait till you get inside. There aren't a lot of places where you can get together with 50 or 60,000 close friends. And even if you don't have 50,000 friends, you'll feel like you do when you're in the Metrodome. Whether it's the excitement of a Vikings game, the fun of a company party, the energy of a rock concert, or the glitter of the auto show, people come to the Metrodome to share the experience. In 1987, the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome hosted the first ever indoor World Series. It was a smashing success. The Twins World Championship year began with a regular season that shattered all attendance records. Over 2 million fans came to the Metrodome to see their favorite baseball team. And did they get their money's worth? After winning the Western Division, the Twins took on the heavily favored Detroit Tigers in the American League Championship Series. The first two games were held in the sold-out Metrodome. And when the smoke had cleared, the World Series was coming to Minnesota. The rest of the world was beginning to realize that the Metrodome was a very special place with very special fans. And with fans like these, the Twins felt that they were unbeatable at home. Before the first game of the series even began, the Dome was rocking with excitement. And it never let up. The Twins swept the first two games at home by a combined score of 19-5. After dropping the next three games at St. Louis, the Twins needed that Metrodome magic one last time. And they got it. The Metrodome became the home of the first world champions in Minnesota in 35 years. But baseball fans don't hold exclusive rights for enthusiasm at the Dome. It all heats up again when the season turns purple for the Minnesota Vikings. When you're in the stands, you can get a little crazy. But when they get a little crazy on the field, it might be best to try and stay out of the way. The Metrodome is also a great place to watch college football. The University of Minnesota Golden Gophers bring their own brand of excitement to the Dome. There's always a lot of big plays. And sometimes a few surprises. In the heat of the game, nobody pays much attention to what keeps everything running smoothly. But when the real action at the Metrodome isn't happening on the field, it's happening behind the scenes. About 30 full-time commission employees keep things together at the Dome. When it comes to keeping 50 or 60,000 people happy, there's no time to play games. Have you ever wondered how the football field is magically transformed into a baseball diamond? The Metrodome has the fastest conversion time between sports in the country. It's handled by about 50 people, with the largest retractable seating section of its kind in the world. The shape of the dome also adds to its versatility. It's not round, like some domes. That's because the multi-purpose rectangular shape allows better sight lines for sports such as basketball and soccer. One thing's for sure, when it comes to Minnesota winters, it's a lot more comfortable inside the dome than it is outside. Of course, some places in the dome are more comfortable than others. If you really want to do it right, there are private suites available for lease in a variety of options. They come complete with deluxe seating, closed-circuit TVs, a stockable bar, food menu, and a super view of the action. On the other hand, when you're a regular fan in the stands, there are about 40 concession areas where you can get the ever-popular hot dog, or get a lot of other foods that aren't quite so traditional. When you're on your way to get a bite, there are closed-circuit monitors to keep you in touch with the progress of the game. Everyone involved, from the beer vendors to the ushers, strive to make your visit as comfortable as possible. Now that you've seen some of the things that go on down there, I'd like to show you some things that you normally don't get to see, starting right here at the top. This roof is as big as a golf course, 10 acres of Teflon-coated fiberglass. It's supported by air pressure. These cables actually hold the roof down. Have you ever wondered how big the dome is? It's 16 stories high. It has a low profile, though, because only half of the building is above street level. The playing field is actually 47 feet down from the entrance. Revolving doors help keep the dome pressurized. The actual air pressure is created by 20 huge fans, of which no more than 7 are ever running at one time. The air starts here and comes out here. There are some other places you may have not seen. Here's where the rolls and rolls of turf are stored. The turf is held down in place with what else? Velcro. Under the pitcher's mound, there's a 3-foot elevator that's raised and lowered by pushing a button. Along with custom-designed locker rooms for the Twins, Vikings, and Gophers, there are training rooms, doctor's offices, even an X-ray room. And when you can't get to the dome yourself, the media will keep you informed from these press boxes. One behind home plate for baseball, and one on the 50-yard line for football. Maybe you've wondered what happens at the dome in the off-season. Truth is, at the dome there really isn't an off-season. There's too much going on. Every year, the dome is being used by more and more people for a wider variety of events and activities. Where else can you find room for 30,000 people at an affordable price? The dome is available for rent to all types of groups and activities. And the Metrodome's downtown location adds several possible dimensions to the dome experience. The excitement doesn't wait until you get into the dome, or stop after you leave. Before and after events, dome-goers enjoy restaurants, shopping, and of course, great people watching. Every year, millions of people come to the dome to share the experience. And the experience of being in the unique Metrodome with family, friends, and thousands of others who share your excitement, well, it's always memorable, especially when you're young. The dome is the kind of place that brings out the kid in everybody. Maybe because it's not really the event or the game that makes the experience special. It's the people who come to the dome, the audiences, the participants, the fans. It's the people who make it happen at the Metrodome, the People's Park.